Hey guys, so today we're taking a look at Max Link's 100% in the potential system TEQ DOKKANFEST BARDOCK. I know this is a bit late. I have been extraordinarily busy recently, but I have finished my busy season at work, so I have more time now to make videos. We have God Goku coming out in the next 2 days. We just today got the full details on him in the Dokkan now. We know what he does. We know what the transform state does. We know a lot of what's coming in that celebration, Saiyan Day, both JP and Global Shared Celebration. Very, very hype. Tons of EZAs, tons of events. Looking like a really good celebration. And the one thing about this Bardock is this guy actually does provide one of the many 200% leader skills for that God Goku. So this is actually a pretty viable leader, I think, for that Goku to just put him on this team. The very good leader skill this guy has. It's Goku's family or storied figures, and then Pure Saiyan gets the extra 30% boost. I mean, this is a really, really good category. Whenever, or a good leader skill. Whenever we get a new Goku, whenever we get a new Gohan, they will be on this team. Well, Gohan won't be on 200%, but Goku, every single Goku that ever releases that's a standalone Goku will always be on this guy's 200% leader skill. That's a very powerful thing to be doing. So that's pretty good. So yeah, full link level 10. In terms of the potential system, so this character gets guaranteed crits with 3 rainbow key spheres, and with just 1 rainbow key sphere, he gets effective against all types. So I prioritized additional for this character. He builds up his stats via super attacks, so I want to make sure he gets as many super attacks in as soon as possible. He also does greatly raise his defense, and I think it's attack and defense, yeah, for 1 turn. So I think going additionals is pretty good. And then for the rest of the stuff that I wanted to give him, I just gave him dodge instead of crit. I gave him some pretty decent dodge skill orbs. So, well, I mean, only 2 dodge from the skill. I gave him just a mixture of additional and dodge from the skill orbs that I had there. But I gave him some dodge from the potential system. So he has 8 dodge, which I think is okay. I mean, you know, 8% chance to dodge every attack is not too bad. Gave him the defensive bronze skill orb, so this is what he's looking like. We're going to be using the same team that I used in the 55% showcase, just so we can get a direct comparison of how this guy looks at 55% compared to Rainbow. We're going to go in and just take on the Shadow Dragon stage. I usually do either the Frieza stage, the Cell stage, or the Shadow Dragon stage, just because they're the longest red zones, and it gives characters like Bardock, who take a little bit of time to build up, enough time to actually showcase what their maximum potential could look like. So this is the same team we used in the first video. We have a Whis item in case we need it. We have the Goku family support memory. I don't think we are going to need to worry about dying on this stage, but you know, yeah, I guess maybe like Tora could die. We'll see. The friend is also Rainbow Max Links, so he will also be in a similar spot to my Bardock. Similar build. I mean, not really much different there. So let's go ahead and jump in, and we will see how the rotations look like. Both Bardocks on turn 1. We actually have Tora on turn 1 as well. This is actually a pretty good rotation. The problem is I want to get Gohan, the LRAGL Gohan, next to Carnival Goku. So it might take a bit to get to that point, but we will get that done. Let me make sure I have these things turned off here. Let's get back to skill off, entrance animation off. Got to make sure we get one of the best entrance animations in the game here. Bardock's, the animation in combination with the OST, definitely one of the best intro animations in the game for sure. Alrighty, let's get things going here. So, okay, that's really good. No attacks in the front. We're gonna get the support memory rolling. So obviously God Goku's animations are out as well, who's coming out in the next few days. I think his intro is also extremely good. They've been doing a really, really good job with the intro animations recently, so that's really good to see. I don't have a verdict on whether or not I like that one better than Bardock's, but I will tell you right now that I think Bardock's OST and animation mixture is probably better. Like, it's gonna be very hard to top this. It's just so hype. Okay, so obviously with Tora we have basically every single link active except for Family Ties. Oh yeah, by the way, there's one other character I probably could have included on this team, and that was the physical Bardock that got an EZA, the Super Saiyan 1. I could have put him on here, but again, the whole goal of this team, what I wanted to do was just to create the same exact environment as we had in the first 55% video. So prior to super attacking, we have 266,000 defense. Remember, he takes 3 supers to build up, and he's greatly stacking for 1 turn, both attack and defense on his super attack effect. So we can go ahead and grab this. This is going to give him the guaranteed crits and the extra stat boost. Let's go ahead and do that. So he goes from 266 to 309. So not only is he going to get the stat boost from the passive, I think it's what, 40% per super attack? Yeah, 40% per super attack up to 120%, but he's also going to get the great stack. So this 40% will trigger before the 50% from the super attack effect will trigger. So I mean, he's probably going to be at like 550, 600,000 defense here. Like, he's looking pretty solid, and it's just turn 1. Obviously, we're getting the support memory buff, we're getting the Tora support, so we have a lot of good stuff going for Bardock here. But this is a good turn for him already. Like, turn 1, he's already looking pretty solid. Alrighty, is this guy just dead here? 5.8 guaranteed crit. Hopefully, it gives us an additional. Again, we have like a 50% chance of additional from the potential system here. We didn't get it. God damn it. All right, hopefully the friend comes through. Tora, by the way, I did give him 30 dodge because he basically gets no benefit from additionaling or critting. So, I mean, it makes the most sense just to give him maximum dodge. I feel like his role as a support character is just too powerful. All right, this Bardock up to 6.1. I think Tora does give a buff to superclass allies when he attacks, which is why this Bardock's attack is a little higher than mine was. No additional for him either. Okay. All right, well, we will keep Gohan on rotation here. I'm going to go ahead and put him in the front just so we can get him stacking as soon as possible. I think I also will keep Kid Gohan on rotation just because I want to get him stacking as soon as possible as well. So let's not even try and go for as much damage as we can just so we can sort of stall if possible here. Let's go ahead and do this. We can give damage reduction to the whole rotation, and we're looking good. Gohan's guarding. We got the defensive support from the Kid Goku and the Kid Gohan, so we're looking pretty good here. Unfortunately, this is a situation where AGL Gohan cannot transform. Okay, well, he's dead anyway. Hopefully he doesn't crit here. Don't crit. I don't want to kill him here. All right, don't additional. Okay, that's really good. We can get an extra stack here for Kid Gohan. But yeah, this is obviously a fight where we cannot get the transformation for AGL Gohan, unfortunately. There's no Android enemy. There's no Android on my team. That's just the way his active skill transformation works. Sort of a carryover of what he was like before he got his EZA. All right, so where's the super attack at? He is not supering anywhere. Okay, that's good. Again, Bardock Scouter very strong. We know where the super attacks are for the first 5 turns. I guess that is the one downside that we had both Bardocks on the first rotation, is both of the Scouters triggered on turn 1. I think Bardock is a character where it actually might be good to have him in slot 7 because that means his Scouter will activate on turn 3. So it'll go all the way to turn 8. Which is obviously very good. You want it to go deep into the fight as possible because generally early on the super attacks aren't going to be doing as much damage, depending on the fight you're taking on, obviously. But alrighty, so 432. Remember, we still need to super 2 more times to be fully built up. Let's go ahead and collect these 3 key spheres, the rainbow key spheres. Now we're up to almost 500k already. Keep in mind that the Carnival Goku is also providing the defensive support. So we have, what is this, 110, I think 110% defensive support on this rotation. So that's pretty insane for this Bardock. Goku, I mean, we could just straight up kill this guy. Goku's going to get 24 key here. Yeah. Okay, nice dodge. 8% chance. And he's coming in with an 8 million attack stat. His defense here is like 800, 850. Guaranteed crit. No additional again. Damn it, Bardock. All right, so no matter what happens next rotation, we will have his full passive active. It takes 3 supers to get it active. I think Goku will kill them, this guy. 9 million, yeah. 24 key, the extra attack boost, and the additional super guaranteed here. Oh, he's dead, yeah. Goodbye. He's not even built up at all. He's taken 0 hits. So that's pretty good. All right, so after this next rotation, we will have our rotations fully established finally. I will put Bardock in front of that. We'll do this. So yeah, this is looking pretty good. Let's have Gohan just again, I don't care about Gohan getting damage. Let's give Bardock this. Bardock is up to 388, and then for Gohan, let's do this. All right. So this will be this Bardock's second super attack, unless he gives us an additional. So he's also going to be 1 away from getting his full passive active. No additional. Wow, we're getting really unlucky. We're getting really unlucky with those. All right, yeah, clearly double digits, or essentially double digits. Get this guy stacking up as well. Additional? No. All right, getting pretty unlucky with the additionals all around here. So one thing I do want to point out as well is if we look at this Bardock's passive, this is up to 479. Remember, this Bardock, not only does he get the orb changing the orb changing and scouter as part of his entrance animation, but he also gets a 70% attack boost. So this is going to be the final turn where we have Rainbow Orb changing, the Scouter, and his attack boost. This entrance animation is probably one of the best in the entire game. I feel like for this character, maybe they could have just kept one of those things as not part of the entrance animation. Like, what if his Rainbow Orb changing was just not part of his entrance animation? I think that's one change I'd probably make to this character, because that Rainbow Orb changing really defines this character, I think, as a good leader for the team, right? If you're able to just float around and you're also providing Rainbow Orbs to the main rotation characters, like even if you're not like a great support, even if you're not a great defensive character, you're at least providing some form of utility as a floater, because as a leader, you have to be on your team twice, right? You have to have two of the same character, so. Okay, let's see Bardock's final turn with his full entrance animation buff active. This is going to be the last super he needs to be fully built up. So with those Rainbow Orbs, we're looking at 556. So, I mean, we're talking about like approaching 1,000,000 defense on super here, because he gets the last 40% buff, and then he's getting the 50% buff after that from a super tech effect. So he's looking really good. Also be able to get the Kid Goku support here, so that's good. All right, Bardock, what do you get up to? Is it like 10 or 11, 12? 10. We didn't have a third slot supporter, but still, this is, yeah, 10 million guaranteed crit. Additional? Additional normal. Normal for 3 million. Okay. I mean, that's pretty good, right? But now the problem is he loses Rainbow Orb changing, and he's losing his attack buff, and he's losing the Scouter. So he's losing a lot of what he's bringing to the table after the 5 turns are up, which, again, I'm not really the biggest fan of that. Events usually aren't going to be lasting like 10 turns, right? But, you know, it is still kind of frustrating. All right, so Carnival Goku has not even taken a single hit. I'm actually going to do this. I want Carnival Goku to take as many hits as possible here. Let's just do this. Let's do this. Yeah, this is the issue with Bardock. So obviously he's sealed here, so it wouldn't have mattered. But notice how we have 0. We have 0 Rainbow Orbs. So he's not getting effective against all types. He's not getting guaranteed crits, and he's not getting the extra 50%. I think is it 50% or 30% stat boost? It is 50%, yeah. It's a pretty sizable difference. 50% he's missing out on. I mean, it is a start of turn buff, so it's not as good as if it was like on super attack, but it's still, you know, at 50% defensive start of turn buff, it's not small. All right, so we'll stack with Gohan. At this point, Gohan is literally untouchable in this event, so I don't have to worry about him anymore. Just want to make sure we get the Goku built up as much as we can before we head into like the Ice Shenron stage. We also can get Bardock's active skill, but you have to be below the HP. This is double digits easily. You have to be below the HP threshold on him, which I don't think we're going to be able to do in this event, just because these enemies don't hit that hard. But it's kind of just a generic active skill attack. It does do guaranteed crits, which is nice. But I feel like a lot of the times you don't need the guaranteed crits with this character, because you're getting the Rainbow Orbs that you need for him most of the time. Obviously, unless you're past the 5 turns, at which point he doesn't get Rainbow Orbs that often. So Carnival Goku has taken 4 hits, so he needs 1 more to be fully built up. All right, so here is the first turn of Bardock without his entrance animation. And yeah, you can see it's like, I mean, you're at the mercy of RNG when it comes to Rainbow Orbs, because look at this field. Like, I can't get the additional stat boost, I can't get the guaranteed crits, I can't get the effective against all types. We do have massive defensive support. What is this, 118% defensive support on this rotation? Let's do this. In case he decides to super in the first slot, we can have Tor dodge. All right, so almost 700k defense here. So just to give you context, well, let's just round it up to 700k. So him getting the 50% boost on super, so it's 700k. Then he's getting 350k. So he's going to be at 1,050,000 defense when he supers here. I mean, that's once you reach the 1,000,000 defense mark, you're looking pretty good. I think we'll just settle at that for now. And this is without the 2 rainbow orbs as well. If he had the 2 rainbow orbs, he'd be even higher, which I cannot get. So let's do this. I mean, it doesn't really matter what we do. Let's have Gohan grab this. All right, super right away. No? Okay. He would have dodged it anyway. All right, Bardock. This is not super effective without the extra 50% attack and defensive buff. What do you get for us here? Almost 10 million still. Okay. Can you give us an additional? I gave you max additional for a reason. You have an additional once? Okay, thanks. Thank you, Bardock. All right, well, we'll move on from this guy. I guess next turn we'll move on from this guy. This actually might hurt a little bit. Kid Gohan. Yeah. I mean, now we can get the active skill. That's pretty good with Bardock. Well, on the next turn we can. Kid Goku. I guess we should just use this. Do we? Gohan's at 765. Is that even real? I'm actually not going to use it because I want to get Goku built up all the way. This is the last hit we need for him to get fully built up. Okay, so the thing with this team that I've built here is ideally the strategy that I had in mind was once Bardock's 5-turn scouter wears out, ideally you would have the 10 hits on this Goku that you need to get the permanent scouter on his rotation. Unfortunately, our Goku was number 1 in slot 7, and then number 2, we had to float him off on turn 3 because we wanted to get him next to this Gohan. So we actually ended up in a really unfavorable spot right away because of the way that the rotations were set up. So things didn't work out the way I wanted them to in terms of the scouter for this Goku, but I mean, he's still looking pretty good here. Let's just give him this. Let's heal up as much as we can with these orbs, and then Kid Goku can heal us up as well. Yeah, we're almost at, what, full HP now? Look at much healing we just did. All right, so Goku's fully built up now. 15 million, that's it. With a guaranteed additional built in as well. All right, hold this. Nice 25 million attack set from this Goku. This Goku has like 700k defense with 30% damage reduction, right? Be good. Alrighty. Nova Shenron. So we healed up past the threshold. We need to do the active skill, but... What's our defense here? 585. I don't think... Would we get one... If Nova supers in the first slot, will we just get annihilated instantly? Or do we just get one shot immediately? I think we would take like 550k. If Nova supered right away, I think we would take like 550k. I mean, we actually can grab the double rainbow orbs here. I'm going to test this out. Does Bardock just instantly die? Let's grab these. What does he get from these defensively? 680? I don't think we're going to get one shot by Nova. I don't think so. Let's save those. Do I want to save those or do I want to... I could grab these for the healing, but I also could just give them to Bardock for the defensive support. I think I'm going to prioritize doing that in case he's supering in the end, which is unlikely, but just in case. Tora can dodge. All right, don't super, don't super, don't super. Okay, we're good. After Bardock attacked, he's not taking that much damage. Oh, 10.7. All right, Bardock, can you please give me an additional? A normal. Thank you. Really glad I gave you all that additional for literally nothing. All right, well, Tora's going to dodge the super. We're going to be good. 30% chance to dodge from just the hidden potential system alone. Okay. He actually is going to super. Is he just not supering at all this turn? Or is he actually supering at the end here? I'm really glad I gave this Bardock those rainbow orbs to be supering here. Okay, I just didn't super at all. Now we do this, and you lose. I want to put Goku in slot 1 just to see how much he takes from this. Obviously, Gohan would take way less because he's number 1 type advantage, number 2 guarding. But Gohan's at 5, or Goku's at 541 with the damage reduction. I'm just curious, how much is Goku going to take? Would he take enough to get below the HP threshold for Bardock's active? What is Bardock's threshold here? 50%. I don't think he's going to fall below 50%, but maybe. Let's see. I'm gonna not get a Dokkan attack so we can not heal up for next turn. Okay. Super right away. Go for it. Hello, sir. All right, thank you. All right, this is probably gonna hurt a little bit. Yeah, it's not enough, damn it. Okay, I mean, this Nova hits hard. Goku tanked that pretty well before Super. Remember, he's raising his defense every time he supers during the turn, so that's not bad. Are we below? No, we're not below. We're like 55% here. That sucks. I really wish his active skill condition was just a turn restriction instead of just an HP restriction. I mean, what is it? It's like 3 turns and 50% HP or below or something like that. Why couldn't it have just been like 5 turns? You could just use it. Okay. Oh, he locked Bardock. I should have brought a Senzu Bean. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do. What are we gonna do? I mean, we're gonna get a Dokkan attack. Do I just give Kid Goku all these orbs? That's the best play here, I guess, is just to do it this way. I could put Tora in slot 1 and just pray to God that he dodges, but let's just do this. This sucks, because I want to give Kid Goku this, so I can give Bardock the tech orbs to heal up, but we have to do this. Problem with Kid Goku is he wants to attack first, but I think we're okay. I don't know. It's gonna be rough. We potentially could die if Nova supers right away here, or not Nova, Ice. Let me just get this a little bit of healing here. I could use a Whis, but for science, let's just see how this works. We've pretty much seen everything we have to see from Bardock. He's extremely powerful. I just wish there were a few changes to his kit, especially with his entrance animation buffs. I wish the orb changing was permanent because that's where he gets a lot of his buffs from. And then maybe for his active skill, they could have just made it just a turn restriction, not also be an HP restriction. But all right, let's see how we do here. Kid Goku, do not die. All right, he can dodge. Remember, I gave my Kid Goku a decent amount of dodge as well. All right, he didn't super right away, so we win. Because that's the only time that Kid Goku could have died. Let's just give him the nodes here. And this should be a decent turn from Bardock as well. Every turn next to Tora is a really good turn for Bardock. It's a very, easy way for him to get above a 10 million attack stat with effective against all types or crits. So, pretty strong. All right, you can go ahead and super note Ice Shenron if you want. Go ahead. That's fine. We're completely fine here. We can dodge this. Yeah, there we go. 10.7. I gave my Kid Goku like an even amount of additional and dodge. He didn't additional again. Okay, I was waiting for it. But yeah, my Kid Goku has like a even amount of additional and dodge. I think he has a slightly more additional, but I figured because he's already critting so much built into his kit, I don't need to prioritize that. All right, well, I guess we'll go ahead. Oh, we actually do have the Scouter active here. We will go ahead and have Goku's active skill finish this off, just because it's not that common to see, and it looks pretty nice. But let me know down below what you guys think of Rainbow Max Link's TEQ Dokkanfest Bardock. I think he's a pretty good character. He's actually a pretty good leader with his entrance animation buffs, but I wish if I was going to change one thing about him, I wish he just had either a longer entrance animation buff, or they just gave him the permanent Rainbow Orb changing, because that really does make him a better leader, I think.